contestant. It's been like 12 years now since you were the finalist. So probably still you are the only one with a studio, I guess. Am I right?
Yeah, that is one of the things, of course, that I am the only one with a studio of all the finalists or the person who have taken the positions also.
Mm-hmm.
Among them, I am the only one who is having a proper studio of his own. This is the
That's
first thing, and the next thing which I feel I should mention, because I always had that feeling that I should have my own songs and I should create, and that's how this team got built up. First me and
no,
Debushi were.
exactly, because the journey never stops. Because most of the time, people become champions. I mean, even it happens in X Factor or bigger events, like even in global events. Like X Factor is a renowned thing in America, even in England. But most of the
Yes.
time, many of the champions, once they become champion, okay, that's done. An album is out, and after that, they're lost. We don't even get to see them. We don't hear them, and we don't know where they are. So until you keep on creating constantly, which you're doing with your own studio, so that's a great thing. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I believe that all the musicians under the sun should have a very good vision about what they want to do, rather than, because you cannot always sing the songs that has been already done. You have to have your own material. You have to have your own songs. You have to have your own scores in place. So I'm very happy
look,
to
I mean,
share
I'd like to interrupt you on this point, because look how relevant is this now, especially people who are just they're living off their live performances or dependent on their live performances. This is the time when everything stopped, but you're still working. Your projects are coming out because you have your studio, and musicians can get together. You can churn out new music and keep on composing.
This is something that is a boon from God. I would say that I always dreamt that from the time of Saregamapa that I should have my own studio, and like that's how it happened. And one very important thing that I would like to mention on air, at least from the Bengal perspective, that Bengal Saregamapa, whoever has been the finalist or who have taken the positions also, right from 2006 when the Saregama started, I think I am the only music director I'm the only singer come music director who has around nine films under his belt.
Wow.
So this is something which I feel that has only been possible because I always felt that I should have my own stuffs, and has only been possible in the sense that everyone liked it because I have such great friends and brothers around, like Devorshi, and we have done around 7 film scores together. So
knowing you, to be honest with you, I have known you for some time now. We have done a show as well. I mean, based on you, we featured you on my last show, which was Let's Talk with Ershad. On that one, we have presented you as a composer, as a creator. But now today, people will know you as a musician, as a performer, also as a music director, definitely, but more as a performer, as a singer, as a musician. So, and also on top of that, it's very important that a musician or a performer or any artist has to be a very good human being, which I see. To be honest with you, when I see you're very humble, and I have no qualms in saying that, and I feel that you're a very humble person and very nice and generous. So I think good things will come your way anyway. So without any further ado, I have some amazing videos that I have come across, that you have some cover songs, especially Hindi cover songs, and you covered some songs and you have given them your own flavor, so to speak. And that was the interesting thing. So I'd like to start with this song, one of my favorites as well, Hariharanji's Tu Hi Re, that was sung in Bombay by A.R. Rahman. So an amazing song, and you had done some great stuff with this song, and you have your own twists and turns. I really love that. So I think for the audience, whoever is watching now, let's have a listen to that song that you have done the studio, probably in your own studio, is it? Was it recorded in your own studio? Wow.
Yes.
So I think we'd like to listen to Tu Hi Re. I mean, if we are ready with that, so we'd like to have a listen, and let's see. This cover song ideas, initially, that how it started, that, okay, we have the song ready for us. So let's have a listen first.
Tu hi re, tu hi re, tere bina main kaise jiyun, aaja re, aaja re, यूं ही तड़पाना तू मुझको, जान रे जान रे इन सांसों में बस जा तू चांद रे चांद रे आजा दिल की जमीन पे तू चाहते हैं अगर आके मुझसे मिल जा तू या फिर ऐसा कर धरती से मिला दे मुझको तू ही रे तेरे बिना मैं कैसे जीऊं आजा रे यूं ही तड़पाना तू मुझको इन सांसों का देखो तुम पागलपन के आए नहीं इन्हें चैन मुझसे ये बोली मेरा हो मैं तेरे अपने बिछा दो ये नैन इन ऊंचे पहाड़ों से जा दे दूंगा मैं अगर तुम ना आई कहीं तुम उधर जान उम्मीद मेरी जो तोड़ो इधर ये जहां छोड़ो मैं मौत जिंदगी तेरे हाथों में दे दिया रे तू ही रे तेरे बिना मैं कैसे जीऊं आजा रे यूं ही तड़पाना जान रे जान रे आजा दिल की जमीन पे तू
What a performance. Loved it. And you have such soothing voice. It's very organic and very fluid. And it sounds so amazing and great performance. Loved it.
Thank you so much. Ershad.
So definitely people who are watching now,
And one more thing.
Please.
The piano that you have heard.
There was she. I can guess. So what I was saying that in terms of people would be definitely eager to hear you live as well, but it might not be the same thing as we heard on the music video because it's properly mixed and everything, because now we'll be having the barrier in front of us or in the middle of us with this internet connections and all those situations.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But still, we'll try our best. And I think you're doing quite a lot of live shows, right?
A lot of live shows, in the sense that because as I have also sat with you, me and Shubhadeep in your talk show only.
Yeah.
And after that,
oh my God, I've seen it. Everywhere I was tagged. So I know that one after another. And even before my show, I think within space of 1 hour, you had another show in Bangladesh. I mean, where you were connected, right?
Yes. And I think for last 7 days, I have done around 12 to 13 live shows.
Whoa. Okay. I mean, it works, That's how it works for any artist at the same time, because creative people, they need to keep busy. And sometimes,
Of
well, at
course.
the same time, I think it's something for people who are enjoying your music and you're entertaining those people. As a performer, I mean, on behalf of all the performers, I think you would agree with me. I mean, in Bangladesh, in India, and anywhere, people need to think about the performance as well,
Of course.
because
Of course.
you haven't stopped. You're entertaining people. I mean, they're going through their depression, probably their mental issues and everything. But
Hmm.
musicians, performers, they're human being too. And they
Of
have
course.
their own set of problem. Every problem that everyone else is facing, you're facing the same kind of problem. So
Yes.
we have to think about them. And I think it's my request to everyone who's watching it now. So next time, whenever we want to see them live, any artist, we should try to make our contribution towards them so we can keep them alive as well. I mean, for every artist I'm talking about, it's very important.
It's very
I mean,
true.
do you have to add anything to it? Because from your experience, because you work in the industry, you have seen musicians. Many of them are totally unemployed because they're not doing any live shows or anything. So, what's your
Very,
view on
very.
that?
I believe that the entire world is now in a what I should say, in a transformation stage. Whatever we have been doing before COVID-19 and
Mm,
whatever we will be doing after COVID-19, it will be very different. I believe the entire world has transformed in some ways. We have become much more digitized. We have become much more, nobody is going out of their place. The organic thing that we talked about
yeah.
is like, it has become very synthetic. So the thing is, what I personally feel is that it happened in Kolkata. It happened in, I would say, Tollywood, Bollywood. I think people can relate to them. What is happening? The live scene is completely not there for the
Okay.
past 4 months, and in the coming 6 months also. I think, according to, as no vaccine is yet not out, and we are at this point of time. If I talk about Kolkata, Kolkata is really, the COVID-19 patients, or you can say the people who are the victims of COVID-19, are increasing at what I should say, it's a geometric progression.
Yeah.
It's really, really increasing very fast, and
Same thing in
we
Bangladesh
are
as well. I mean, I think in South
exactly,
Asian places. I mean, where
exactly, and this is
Bangladeshis
like,
are.
yes, exactly, and we are in the third stage. I think the community spread and all. So what is happening is like, the musicians also. One thing I would like to say to all of you, that the musicians also have to pay their bills. So
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
so we are trying to entertain you the best way we can. We have always been doing that, and we will be doing that. It is great that you all also understand that, we all understand that, this is the livelihood. This is our livelihood. It
Exactly.
is, we don't have anything backup, that we do something else also, and music, so
Hmm.
that we earn our livelihood from there, and music is a hobby. So for all of us, like, for me, for Deborshi, for all the people in Kolkata who are musicians, for all the people who are musicians across India and across the world, that is their only livelihood. So whenever we are trying to organize some live shows in through net and through internet, if people can contribute a bit, whatever it is, they are comfortable with,
Mm.
that would be something, that would
I
be
mean,
also an
thousands of
honest.
people watch it. So even each one make a very small contribution, even it comes up to a very sizable amount. And on top of that, in many parts of the world, artists would do, say, live lessons and performances, things like that. They have something like a Patreon account. Can I
Exactly.
interrupt, just quickly say something? When I'm talking, say when you're not singing, probably it's better idea to take the headphone off so we can join Devushi as well. And when you're singing, you can put the headphone back on. So that way we can keep Devushi. I feel sorry for him because he's sitting at the back and he can't even hear what we're talking about.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
yeah, so I wanted to include Devushi in this conversation as well, because I can see that you're sitting there and probably have the conversation that's going on between me and Chirantan. Probably Devushi can hear that. So I think Devushi can hear us now. Yeah, Devushi, that's great. So that's what I was saying, because there, for artists and musicians, many artists, musicians, what they do, they have something called Patreon. So where you're performing, people can, if you have that account, they can contribute on a monthly basis. They can be committed to it because you're composing and Devushi, you're playing. So say, for example, whenever you're doing a show, and probably Devushi is a very consummate musician, so he can give lessons as well online and things like that. And people can subscribe to that, and they can commit to that every month they will have something coming into their account. So many musicians do it, and many musicians I know, that's one of the things they do. They don't go out, they don't do anything. They're in the
Okay, okay.
studio creating, they're sending lessons, making lesson videos and things like that. And Patreon account is coming, the money is there, and they're quite comfortable like that. So COVID, no COVID, it doesn't matter to them because they're not based on live performances. So this is something to look forward to as well. Because for people, whenever we say that we want them to contribute, say, for example, even this show, we are saying, but how can they do that? I mean, what's the procedure? Say, for example, if we know that Chirantan or Debushi has an account, say Patreon or anything, like it's like a crowdfunding thing. So definitely they can go there and contribute, and we can talk about that. Okay, that's Chirantan's Patreon, and you can go and contribute or make a monthly subscription or any commitment, even for £1. But say, for example, if like 100 people, it's nothing. I mean, we have people like 3,000-4,000 people, 5,000 people. End of the day, we'll have the viewers. So everyone, even they commit to £1, you have £3,000 in your account. So, I mean, that's pretty sizable. It's pretty workable. So I think people should be at the same time. We should think about. I know everyone is going through a lot of financial issues, but at the same time, musicians are human beings at the same level, same thing, and also that's why I was telling you, you're bitten by a bug. I mean, that's the same thing for me because I had my career, everything. I studied law, but then I studied music technology and I'm going forward and doing engineering. But the thing is, at the same time, I'm a musician. So this is a very hard balance for your livelihood and everything. So we have to understand that. So on that note, probably, how about bring Debushi in the picture and we can have a live performance. How about that? Debushi, ready for that?
Yes.
Let's do that.
He's always ready.
Yeah. Let's have a live performance. So what are you going to sing for us?
I think it is evening time in London now.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to sing Rag Yaman, and not Rag Yaman in the songs which are in Yaman. So a medley of those songs which are all like the old classics, as you can say. So I think everybody will enjoy.
And we'll have a bit of a glimpse of Indian classical as well, a khayal or something.
Yes, because that's my background as well as his background is completely Indian classical, and that's how we started off. And because he is also a very accomplished sarod player at one point of time, then he left it for a few physical reasons, and now he's a complete programmer, and he does the programming and the arrangement stuffs. And
impressive.
I can say around 85-90% of my work he only does. So we share an amazing chemistry, whatever we want to, and that's how maybe all the tracks that you have already listened, the Prithivir Mon Bhalo Nei and Achi Banglar Pashe, and followed by that the new one that we created. I think you will definitely like it.
Because both of these are really, and Shubhadeep is with you with his lyrics.
Of course.
It's a rich combination. You all are very talented.
And I must say this. I really must say this on air that I'm so happy that I have a friend like Shubhadeep. But he is a real genuine person from heart. There are very less people in this world. There are a lot of musicians also. They feel that okay, if I give my contacts to this particular person, maybe this person can go ahead of me, and all these things. But what we have been doing to each other, whatever contacts I have, whatever contacts he has, and we are trying to and that's how I met you as well, because primarily
that's my belief as well. The thing is that, look, you have your uniqueness, so if you are to go ahead, you'll go ahead anyway. No one can stop you. I mean, probably you and me, the introduction could have been delayed by probably a year or 2 years, but at some point I'll meet you anyway. And because if you have the talent, your talent would come out, and how can someone stop it? So it's better to think that way, and it's really lovely that Shubhadeep thinks that way, and you as well think that way. And this is a healthy culture. This is what people should practice in any realm, I would say, and any genre or anything, whatever they're doing, any sphere of life.
Very true.
So we are going to have the pleasure of listening to you live now. So I think anyone who's watching from home, or probably you're lying on your bed, I don't know, or probably having a long lie-in, probably you had a late last night, so you can get ready for a live performance. I hope you are enjoying it, especially in London, people, whoever. It's a lovely day. It's a pretty warm day, 26 degrees nearly. So we have Chirantan with his live performance. Chirantan Banerjee from Kolkata, all the way from Kolkata, India.
वो शाम कुछ अजीब थी, ये शाम भी अजीब है, वो कल भी पास पास थी, वो आज भी करीब है। वो शाम कुछ अजीब थी, ये शाम भी अजीब है, वो कल भी पास पास थी, वो आज भी करीब है। वो शाम कुछ अजीब थी। झुकी झुकी निगाहों में कहीं मेरा ख्याल था, झुकी झुकी निगाहों में कहीं मेरा ख्याल था। दबी दबी हंसी में एक हसीन सा गुलाल था। मैं सोचता था मेरा नाम गुनगुना रही है वो, मैं सोचता था मेरा नाम गुनगुना रही है वो, न जाने क्यों लगा मुझे कि मुस्कुरा रही है वो शाम कुछ अजीब थी, ये शाम भी अजीब है, वो कल भी पास पास थी, वो आज भी करीब है। चंदन सा बदन चंचल चितवन, धीरे से तेरा ये मुस्काना, मुझे दोष न देना जग वालों, मुझे दोष न देना जग वालों, हो जाऊं अगर मैं दीवाना। चंदन सा बदन चंचल चितवन। तुमने मुझको हंसना सिखाया, ओ तुमने मुझको हंसना सिखाया, रोने कहोगे रो लेंगे अब, रोने कहोगे रो लेंगे अब, आंसू का हमारे गम न करो, वो बहते हैं तो बहने दो, मुझे तुमसे मोहब्बत हो गई है, मुझे पलकों की छाँव में रहने दो, एहसान तेरा होगा मुझ पर, दिल चाहता है जो कहने दो, मुझे तुमसे मोहब्बत हो गई है, मुझे पलकों की छाँव में रहने दो, होठों से छू लो तुम मेरा गीत अमर कर दो, बन जाओ मीत मेरे, मेरा प्रीत अमर कर दो। ना उम्र की सीमा हो, ना जन्मों का हो बंधन, जब प्यार करे कोई तब देखे केवल नई मीत बना कर तुम मेरा प्रीत अमर कर दो। निरगमा मदनी पार ग निरगमदनी धनी सा निदा निरगा रे गा रे गा रे सा निदा मदनी पारे पवगरे गा मद पवगरे गा पवगरे गा मद पवगरे गा मबनी दा मद पवगरे गा मदनी मनी दा मद पवगरे गा सानी धनी दा पदा पम पम ग म गरे गरे गा निरे ग म पम गरे गरे ग म पद पम ग म नि द म द पम गरे गा निरे ग म प म द म प म प म प म प म प म प म प म प म प द द द म प म द द म प म नि 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 म प म नि नि सा नि द नि द प द प म प म ग म गरे रे रे सा तुमको देखा तो ये ख्याल आया, जिंदगी धूप तुम घना साया, तुमको देखा तो ये ख्याल आया, जिंदगी धूप तुम घना साया, हो आंखों में नमी हंसी लबों पर, हो आंखों में नमी हंसी लबों पर, क्या हाल है क्या दिखा रहे हो, क्या गम है जिसको छुपा रहे हो, क्या गम है जिसको छुपा रहे हो, तुम इतना जो मुस्कुरा रहे हो.
But Chirantan, great performance, and thank you, Devarshi, as well. I feel like you've sung all the songs.
I really wanted to create the environment of Yaman,
No,
so it's
great.
like,
Thank you. And people can. I mean, many people say, for example, they know most of the songs are very common songs, and they know about these songs. But the thing is that many people didn't know that they're based on Yemen. So it'll be a
yeah,
very. I mean, for musicians, many musicians they're aware of these things. But for listeners, I think it's very good to be. I mean, definitely listen to good music is an exercise, but on top of that, to be a little informative about these whole things and to know what really goes on at the background, it helps people to appreciate the music more. So we have the other guest already logged into the studio. So I'm coming back to you guys and more music videos and live performances. So definitely Chirantan, just wait up for us and have a bit of rest. You had a lot of songs all together in one go. So we have another band with us tonight, and it's the Outers. It's a London-based indie rock band, and very interestingly, how they describe themselves is that we try to incorporate the vintage sound and subtle melodies of British pop and the depth of post-punk with the edge of electro-pop to add a bit of a dance groove. So we know about this one. I mean, the band, I have seen them live quite a lot of times, and it's electrifying, the performances, let's put it that way. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce the Outers from London. And I can see them now. We have Outers with us. Hi guys, how you doing? We made it. We made it. So I have Patrick on drums. As you can see, he's the first person on the screen. Then we have the lead singer, Ade. Ade is the person, oh my God, she'll create. I mean, I don't know, Ade, this place is very small for you today. Because normally I've seen you just, you are on top of the table sometimes. Yeah. Because sometimes you're on top of the table, then you're on the stage, then you're on the floor. Well, I can see is there a bed on top? You can jump on top if you like. Just climb on that, you know. Let's do that. We'll see. We'll see where we get at. And we have Phil. We have Phil on the lead guitar. So guys, better late than never. We are here and people can understand because it's really a difficult time. So how was your lockdown?
Oh,
that was pretty creative actually. We did lots of songs. We worked on new material. And,
yeah. We have a lot of songs in the works. I think people are going to really like the next selection of songs that we're planning to put out. It definitely shows a lot of growth in our.
We will definitely play one of your songs that you released recently. There's a music video that is released recently, so we'll play that one for the audience. So that'd be nice. But before that, we'll definitely like to have a live performance. Since we have kept them waiting for you, they've been waiting for the Outers for quite some time. You are here live on stage now. So how about starting the show with an electrifying live performance? How about that? Yeah? Are we ready?
Okay, let's try and put something together.
Let's try how good we go with this one because the internet or the broadband, it seems that we might have some issues with that, but let's see.
I want to say one more thing about our lockdown. Because
Patrick, yeah.
the interesting thing about it. Okay. But you can.
Yeah, the broadband, I feel it might affect the performance at some point. And let's hope for the best. Let's see what happens. Yes, I can hear that.
Am I performing through this mic? Change the mics. Okay.
Okay, so we have the Outers from London, and they're an indie rock band, as I was saying. So it's a very electrifying performance, as you see. But I kind of feel bad in a sense that because, as you see, we are in a digital realm, and then we have the internet connections, which can be fluctuating totally out of our hand. I mean, we can do something about this. So people, whoever you're watching, wherever you're watching from, as you know, this In Harmony with Ershad, we bring on AR Television Network every Sunday at 6 p.m. So people who are joining for the first time today, so I'd like you to say within a couple of minutes, we'll have the live number coming on screen. So at some point you can join in, you can talk about the show, anything you want to give a shout out to someone, you'd like to say something to one of your friends, wish them, or even you can tell us about what you like about the show, and you can request your songs, and we have the Outers ready for their performance. Let's have a go.
Hello.
Yes.
We're going to play a song called First Sight. Does anyone want to say anything?
Yeah, take away. All yours.
DJ Maestro, let's go. I need to just make sure that I'm not. Happy birthday to somebody.
Happy birthday to you as well, Adi.
It's no one's birthday. I don't know
Okay.
why.
But I thought I should join in the party as well. Why not?
We can just sing it for fun. I mean, okay. Ready? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, killed it, guys. That was great. I loved it.
Thank you. Thank you. How you doing, Ershad?
Yeah, I'm good, Adi. Oh, finally, you remembered me now? Okay.
Don't embarrass me.
Okay. So, have you done any more live shows in recent days? Like anything live streaming or anything like that?
Have we? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did Euromission.
Wow.
Which was hello, Carlos, if he's watching. It was really, really great.
Is it who is it? Carlos Santana?
No.
Okay. Okay. Sorry.
I'm gonna start calling him that.
There you go. Phil, that's more for you, man. I mean, nice to see Phil. I always love his performance, and you have a new band member, Patrick, as I see.
Yes, Patrick.
And he's your engineer, I understand. He's the guy behind all the gimmickry. I can see, yes.
A multi-skilled guy. This guy was able to put. Yeah, this would not have happened without him. So
Yeah, great job, Patrick. You made it happen, man.
Did an amazing
Yeah.
job with this one, I have to say.
So, Patrick and Phil, are you both from France?
He's from France.
And you? Oh, you're from Germany. And Adi from London?
Yeah, I'm from London. Been in London all my life, but originally I'm Nigerian.
Okay.
But, yeah, I'm a Londoner, I would say.
It's so lovely. You know, this is the idea of the show, In Harmony with Ershad. We try to bring people all around the world in harmony with each other. So it's through music, through creativity, and their artistry and everything they do, they love to do. So that's the idea. So that's why I was mentioning. Say, for example, I come originally from different part of the world, but now I'm in London, and I'm with you guys, and I've been to a lot of your live shows, and we have done together one of ours as well. Remember?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was crazy. And Adi, I still remember, you know, the first time I've seen you perform, I still clearly remember what happened when you finished your performance. I mean, it was so lovely. As I was saying, you were always so electrifying. You know, there's so much energy. Today you are behaving, I would say. You're behaving.
I'm behind an instrument.
Yeah.
There's some, and also the room is small, but give me a stage. Just give me a stage. That's all I'm going to say. Just
There is still a
give me
pole, you
stage.
know. I can see there's a pole behind you. You can
Enough
just, you know.
drinks,
Yeah. We never know. We never know. It's just the first song down. We still have songs to come.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
there are still opportunities, Adi. You can pick up.
Oh,
So-
the pressure is on.
Okay then. So guys, I'm going to come back to you again and get ready, get some rest, get ready and make your plans. What are you going to do? Next time I'm going to catch probably Patrick on top. Adi might be on the drums and Phil might be singing. So I never know. So that'll be the surprise for us. Okay then, I'm coming back to you guys. And next time we're going to listen to your music video as well.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah,
All right.
thank you.
All right.
See
I'm going
you
to come
soon.
back to you. So we are going back live to Kolkata, to CHIRANTAN and Devorshi who are waiting for us. And they might have warmed up quite a bit now. So we'll start with probably a lovely song that I have seen that CHIRANTAN has done, one of his music videos as well. So we're going to have a listen to that one. But in the meantime, I'd like to get back to CHIRANTAN and Devorshi and have a quick chat in terms of what they like about this band. It's an interesting performance, and this is the first time in Harmony with Ershad we made it happen, a live band performing live from the studio. How did you find it? I know the internet, that you can see their faces properly. What do you think about their performance?
This is so great, and a big kudos from from Kolkata and from India.
Great.
And your performance has been really electrifying. And with all the constraints that we already have, the most important is that we can connect in the spirit.
Exactly.
You know, the spirit of musicians, and this is so great and so nice to see you all. And from a separate part of the country, separate part of the world. And we are but we are always connected through music, and this is the most important and the most vital part of musicians, and it feels so amazing. So thank you
This
so
is
much
why-
for this wonderful performance.
No, definitely, CHIRANTAN. I mean, it's my pleasure. And this is what I say, that how we bring people in harmony. And I'm the via, I'm in the middle, so I'm connecting people. That's why I call it In Harmony with Ershad. So once
Wow.
people join in and we are all together, you know, we are celebrating music at the same time that our life on earth, whoever is alive, say, for example, how many people we have lost. We are so fortunate that we're still around and we can see each other. We can still enjoy our life. And we should be thankful every day, every single moment, I guess.
Very true, very true.
So on
Very
that
true.
note, I like to present another beautiful song. I have listened that one, and I love that your performance and back to back on that one. It's like a medley. So Phirile Aaya Dil.
Okay, that's
And you have on that same song, you have Ustad Rashid Khan's
Aoge Jab Tum Saath.
Aoge Jab Tum. So that was amazing. So I'd like to have a listen along with you and rest of the audience. And I'm sure people, you'll be loving it. This song, Phirile Aaya Dil, which is performed, is covered by Chirantan Banerjee. And you had your band there. It's a band, I've seen them featured in quite a lot of other cover songs as well.
Yeah.
They have been
So the
performing
band-
with you regularly?
Yeah, the band name is Versagile, and
Okay.
in the sense versatile, in the sense that we
Versatile.
are versatile.
Yeah.
Versatility with agility. So in the sense,
Ah.
why agility? In the sense that as I belong, as he also belongs from the Indian classical background.
Mhm.
There are a lot of things that we keep on mixing. If you listen to a lot of our songs, you will understand that the same flavors, or like we try to find out even grooves where if you talk about just a song like Munni Badnaam Hui Darling Tere Liye is a very popular Bollywood number, but very less people know that this is on Rag Megh. So if you the moment you know this, you can create some magic on stage and off stage.
Probably
in a
you can create that magic later on. After I have watched Phirile Aaya Dil from you, after that you'll have to do Rag Megh and Munni Badnaam Hui.
Sure, I'll do that. Sure.
Today it's your turn to get Badnaam. Let's do that. Okay.
But when it comes to the 12 notes,
There's no other way, yo. Let's have a listen. Phirile Aaya Dil. So amazing.
फिर ले आया दिल मजबूर क्या कीजे रास न आया रहना दूर क्या कीजे दिल कह रहा उसे मुकम्मल कर भी आओ वो जो अधूरी सी बात बाकी है वो जो अधूरी सी याद बाकी है वो जो अधूरी सी याद बाकी है करते हैं हम आज कबूल क्या कीजिए हो गई थी जो हमसे भूल क्या कीजिए दिल कह रहा उसे मयसर कर भी आओ वो जो दबी सी आंसू बाकी है वो जो दबी सी आंसू बाकी है वो जो दबी सी आंसू बाकी है किस्मत को है मंजूर क्या कीजिए गवारी दाने निरे रे दाने दा मबदा निरा पा किस्मत को है मंजूर क्या कीजिए किस्मत को है मंजूर क्या कीजिए मिलते थे हम आदस दूर क्या कीजिए से मसलसल कर भी आओ, वो जो रुकी सी राह बाकी है, वो जो रुकी सी राह बाकी, वो जो रुकी सी चाह बाकी है। पनी सरे ममा गा 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 नी, निर गा रे निर निर नि मद नि दा, निर पा पा मा मद द म म रे मा गा, गा मा दा नि सा सा नि दा म म गा रे गा, अंगना फूल खिले आओगे जब तुम वो साजना, अंगना फूल खिले बरसेगा सावन, बरसेगा सावन झूम झूम के, दो दिल ऐसे मिले आओगे जब तुम वो साजना, अंगना फूल खिले, अंगना फूल खिले, अंगना फूल खिले।
Amazing, amazing, Chirantan. Great. I loved it. You know, it shows, I mean, your training and the Indian classical, the flavor you keep is so much alive, despite versatile, their performance and the Western touches and everything. It was amazing. So
Thank you. Thank you so much.
are we ready for the Badnaam song?
Are you very serious about it?
I am serious now.
No, it's like the most important part is, you know,
Yeah.
the moment, how can we transform? I personally feel that every singer needs to have, if that person is doing Western music, then the roots of that Western music needs to go very deep, you know,
Uh-huh.
knowing about the Western classical and knowing about the staff notations, knowing about
Exactly.
different things, you know, which you can, the roots should be very deep. In the same way, when we are doing Indian music, and Indian music has different genres, as we know, there is folk, there is Sufi, there is so many different folk flavors, you know, different types of. So the thing is that other than that, the commercial Bollywood stuff is also always there, which is so versatile, and there is
Yeah.
incorporation of so many different flavors. Sometimes it's blues, sometimes it's jazz, sometimes it's R&B, sometimes it's rap. So, you know, the most important part is that whether we are having that strong, what I should say, that roots should be very strong in music. So the thing is that when I listen to this kind of songs, like if you really get into the structure of the song, then
Yeah.
it's so interesting, because means the moment we try to play, like
There's the creator in you talking. There's the creator in
exactly.
you who listens to that part. Yeah.
Yes, the moment we know that, you know, because I will suggest all the people who are listening and who are musicians as well as who are
Yeah.
singers, in order to transform yourself from singer to a composer, it is always so important to become very analytical. You know, you need to analyze the chords, you need to analyze the notes which are going, because then only we can create in future.
Yeah.
And that will give us the insight. So the moment means why I told about Munni Badnaam Hui, because it is one of the most famous Bollywood numbers, which are like played in all the parties, and you know, there are like it's a great kind of a spicy type of a picturization.
Exactly.
Also,
That's why I was saying, I was joking kind of, but at the same time, the kind of Indian classical touches that you have done, because there is a very valid point why I kept on pushing on this song. Because when I was learning Indian classical music growing up, I had faced teachers, and there had been teachers who were very much, I would say, dogmatic in a sense that, no, you can't sing anything else. You have to stick to Indian classical, and you cannot sing, you cannot learn this and that. But I was a rebel anyways, so I rebelled against all of these things. I started playing guitar. I did my ghazals, Indian classical, Nazrul Giti and everything. Still, which I did, even on my television shows I used to do. I had got people, they're consummate classical musicians, and they're like ustads and gurus. I got them to sit on a high chair, and I was playing guitar with them, and they did Hamsadhani. Say, for example, Pri or Kale. And they were like, oh, we have never performed Kale sitting on a chair like that, on a high chair, like in a bar stool. So and it was done. And after that, they felt that it can be done. The thing is, at the end of the day, it's a universal language.
Of course.
And as you mentioned, Western scales, staff notation, everything, end of the day, they're just scales. The different organization of those different notes, and that makes a scale and creates the different sounds. But end of the day, it's the same sound, same notes. We're just, permutation, combination. That's what we are doing. Sorry, you're saying about your guru.
No, my Guruji always told, if you can create a very good relationship with these 12 people, these 12 people means the 12 notes that we have. The 7 major and the 4 minors and the other one, that's the flattened fifth. So the thing is that if you can really create the relationship with them, you can do any kind of music in a very proper way. So the thing is that's why maybe musicians connect, because our framework is those 12 notes. We cannot do, even if we want a lot of things to do, but we will fall back upon those 12 notes only.
We have the common language to communicate with each other. So that becomes very easy.
Very true, very true. So it's like, I'll give you a very, very small example of this particular song. Why have I was like, to E minor. So if you like go about like, Munni badnaam hui darling tere liye. Munni badnaam hui darling tere liye. Sare re. Ma baba ma bani ni bani sare re ma re ni sani ba ma re sare ni sa munni badnaam hui darling tere. So so this is like the flavor, like if you can go about like तू चीज बड़ी है मस्त मस्त तू चीज बड़ी है मस्त नहीं तुझको कोई होश होश नहीं तुझको कोई होश होश तुझ पर जो बन गया जोश जोश नहीं तेरा कोई होश होश घन घोर घटा बन मस्त मस्त तू चीज बड़ी है मस्त मस्त तू चीज बड़ी है मस्त निसा गामा बा नि दा बा गामा गरे दा नि दा निसा गामा बा नि दा सा नि दा पा मा गा मा गरे सा तू चीज बड़ी है मस्त मस्त तू चीज बड़ी है मस्त तू चीज. So like if you can go about this song like E major, da ga ba da ni da pa da ra da da. जिंदगी मौत ना बन जाए संभालो यारो जिंदगी मौत ना बन जाए संभालो यारो खो रहा चैनो अमन मुश्किलों में है वतन सरफरोशी की शमा दिल में जला लो यारो जिंदगी मौत ना बन जाए संभालो यारो जिंदगी मौत ना बन जाए संभालो यारो सागाबादानी दादा गाबादानी दाबा गाबा गजानी दादा नि सागाबादानी दानी नि दादा नि दानी दादा नि दादा नि दादा Sani da ni da ba ga sa ga da ba da da ni da ga da ba da da ni da ga da ba da ni da जिंदगी मौत ना बन जाए संभालो यारो.
Amazing,
So
amazing, Chirantan. What a demo. No, really, it shows that the versatility. I think it has something to do with your lineage. Say, for example, when you were singing for Saregamapa, you were telling me that one day, each day was different for you. No one day was the same. So every
yeah.
day you were singing. One day you're singing this. The other day you're singing this. If you could share a bit of an experience. Okay, let's hold that thought. Hold that thought. What I'm going to do, I'll go back to the outers and I'm come back and I'm going to talk to you about this experience that you had in Saregamapa back in 2008. How about that? Okay, so I'd like to bring back outers on stage now. At the moment, they have been waiting patiently. It's really hard to contain them, and that's what they're doing today. And being okay, I think outers are ready. Yeah.
Hey.
As I was saying, the place will be changed. Yeah, Patrick is at the front. Where's your drum? What are you gonna play now?
I missed
So-
that one.
So the lockdown is kind of eased now. Are you guys planning? I don't know whether any live music will be happening any sooner. So what do you think? What's the plan ahead?
Yeah, we have. We're planning to. It's quite hard because to gig whilst people have to social distance. But we are have a few gigs planned. Hopefully, if everything goes well, just before the end of the year, we're looking at
Okay.
Between October November
Wow.
to start gigging. Some places have already offered us some shows.
Wow.
I don't want to say too much yet because
Yeah.
we're just waiting for the confirmation. Based
But
on
at least
the
good to know.
current
So for some other bands who are watching or other musicians, they would know that there's some, there's some light at the end of the tunnel. So people can really think that, okay, something is coming. They can hope for it.
We can't
Fingers
wait,
crossed.
to be fair. We
Yes.
can't wait to play live.
Yeah. And I know, especially Phil and Ade, you guys are really, how should I put it? It's hard to continue on and one place on stage. But I remember even you are given a small stage, you make it happen. That you do whatever you do, even in small places I've seen. Oh my God, it was amazing. And you don't really
I definitely cannot wait to be jumping on tables again.
She's training
Exactly.
because she has to play bass now.
I'm training to play bass and
She's
jump on
playing bass,
tables.
so-
definitely.
So who's playing the synth? You used to play the synth as well at some point, Adi. You used to do that
the synth
before.
is still most definitely there. We just chose songs that were less synth based for this particular show, but
Okay.
for live, 100% the synth will be there.
Yeah.
Maybe if we do another showing together, Ershad,
Yeah.
I'll bring the synth in again. That'd be
Definitely. Then you'll have some opportunities of, just grabbing the pole, have a circle around it, and just straight away come back and da 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 da.
And one beer in the other hand.
So, Patrick, what's your experience in terms of that one? Are you in production as well? Are you producing? I definitely understand. Probably you are the engineer behind the music at the moment for the Outers. Are you?
I am for that particular live stream. Yeah.
Okay, and even for a song that's been released, because I wanted to have a listen to that track that you have done recently. So,
Yes.
did you engineer that one as well, or you
I
mixed
didn't
it?
engineer that one because I've only joined the band like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow!
Actually.
And
That's a fun story because I probably wouldn't have joined the band and wouldn't have that opportunity to play with these two amazing musicians right now if Corona wouldn't have happened.
Yes, that is true.
oh, so
Because-
how did it happen? Yeah, if you could just elaborate a little bit, probably.
Yeah, the Outers had a drummer and
Mm-hmm. So he was
I don't know-
he was
I don't know,
confined,
yeah.
the drummer.
I don't know if it was because of COVID, but he decided to move to Berlin and
Okay.
build up his career over there.
Yeah,
Okay.
he definitely prefers a life in Berlin, basically.
Okay. Yeah.
But we're still definitely in touch, and we still,
But Patrick is,
Yes,
I mean, I have met Patrick because I've seen your band before. I've seen you in two different setups as well. Because
Yeah.
Ade and Phil, I think you're the founding member, are you?
Yes.
Yeah, so you two guys are constant, but other people have changed. I've seen in two different setups. But Patrick, nice to meet you as well. You're an amazing guy and very techie. And well, we had our ups and downs, but we made it happen. So it shows that it
Yes,
worked at the end of the
yes.
day. So you made it happen.
Yes, guys.
So I'd like to listen to that song by Outers. And what's it called? If you could introduce what's it about and who wrote it, who did the
Yes.
music for it.
Definitely. The song is called Strings. It was a collaboration project between myself and Phil as songwriters. It is what's it?
I just
Oh.
come out. We're in my room. She came up with the bass line. I came up with the riffs. She's basically improvised some lyrics, you know.
Okay.
And I placed the chorus that I had in mind for an unfinished song that matched with the rest, you know, and everything fell into place really nicely, you know, and then we recorded it, and you're going to be the first one actually playing it.
Yeah. this
Wow.
is the
So
premiere.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's premiering on In Harmony with Ershad. So let's have a listen to.
100%. We waited for this moment to premiere it before we release it. It should be released next week.
Oh, I'm so happy. You know, I have made so many histories through the program. I mean, there are many artists who are coming there like, oh, it's our first live stream. It's our first live stream. So I'm premiering that song as well. I'm so privileged to premiere this song for my friends. Okay, let's have a listen to Outers first. Is it your first track, first ever track, recorded track?
It's our first
Music
not our
video.
First, it's actually our first.
That's part of the things we did during the lockdown.
Yeah, it's part of what we done during the lockdown. The music video it is, and I also want to do a shout out to Maria Miguel, who is the film editor for the music video.
Okay.
If it wasn't for her, all the pieces wouldn't have come together. So thanks, Maria. And
Okay,
check out her
so
website,
Maria Miguel, right?
www.mmrdance.com.
Where is she now?
Site as well.
Where is Maria now at the moment?
I think she's
Pardon?
in Portugal.
She's
she-
in Portugal, yes.
She's in Portugal. Okay. So, okay, let's have a listen to that song and let's watch it, I would rather say. And for all the audience around the world, this is the premiering of the song. What's it called again?
Strings.
Strings.
Skips a beat. Just a few. I feel. I feel.
One special.
With the bittersweet of yesterday, like a lonely whisper in a cage. Nothing left from the past. We pull one by one until the last. We're just passengers in this world. We sleep all down the path. Meet to the mall, turn to the mall. Trapped as Rudolph in this night. Try to shrink into the memories of two. Time skips a beat. Just a few. I feel. I feel. With the bittersweet of yesterday, like a lonely whisper on a page.
Wow, I love the moves. And people can tell what they're missing today in that confined space. So at least we could give them a little bit of sampling of that, what they have been missing, and they can feel sorry. But I definitely would like to give a shout out to Mario Miguel, and great video. I mean, I love that. I mean, it's very simple idea, but the thing is that you guys definitely made it happen. And on top of the editing was amazing. It was a great job.
Yeah.
So Patrick,
That's Maria, the editing.
yeah, I mean, definitely. And Patrick, in terms of these ideas that I heard that you want to get into live streaming, is it for the band or on your own, like you're giving lessons or anything as such that more people, I mean, many people are doing now?
About your projects.
What's the plan?
The plan about live streaming really was only about the band, yeah.
Okay.
I really want to get back into the story that I wanted to tell
Please.
about the lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
Because the funny thing is, this other drummer, he dropped out of the band, or like he left the band
Yeah.
because he moved to Berlin. And then normally what you do?
And you
with the
landed
band,
from
go to
France.
Me? No.
No, I'm just saying. You went to Berlin and you landed from France. Okay.
He's actually the German one and he's the French one.
Oh, okay, sorry, I mixed it up. Oh, sorry.
I confused you, sorry.
Man, yeah, so not my fault.
Not your fault, my fault.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, please go on.
usually what you do as a band, or like just as a producer, and you want to search for musicians, you usually go to jam sessions around the city, because we have a huge jam session scene in London here,
Yeah.
which is actually why I moved to London in the first place. And the band was not able to do that because of COVID.
COVID,
So what they did was they were like searching around their own personal network,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
and I was in a personal network of the former drummer of the band.
Okay.
So he called me up because in a serious I even had to leave all this space, my space here
Okay.
in London for 3 months. And
So where are we
then,
now today? Is it your space?
what-
That's where we are today, Patrick?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. Yes.
Okay.
And then the band sent me 2 tracks,
Mm-hmm.
and then we were like, yeah, how can we do like an audition?
Mm.
And I was like, okay, I'm really getting into recording. Like I've invested into professional recording equipment recently. I've been recording for 5-6 years, and I thought I would just do the drum recordings for some new tracks of the band.
Yeah.
And along with that, I took a video,
Mm-hmm.
and then I sent it over, and then we did a Skype conference, and we like got to know each other personally as well. So that was our whole.
I mean, it gives me an image of, what happens on a football field. So since you both are from Germany, so it's like one is going in, he's out of the field, another one is coming in. Okay, it's like, okay, you join. Now you just jumped into the field. Okay.
Yeah, kind of. Exactly. and the reason why I'm telling the whole story is that like this is one of the big opportunities that I got out of the lockdown and the virus thing. And
No, it's really working pretty well. I mean, I can see that this band is now. So it's like a 3-piece band now at the moment?
At the moment,
Yeah,
at
it's
the
like
moment,
Because I can see that you're playing the bass and the synth players while you're singing. Phil is playing the guitar as always. So when did you start the band? What year was that?
Oh,
it was
a while ago. No,
Yeah.
don't say that.
I was at high school.
time ago.
Oh no, it wasn't.
I'm joking.
It wasn't that long. But it was quite a while back. I'm not going to say the dates, but
Okay.
it was quite a while back. But I think we spent a lot of time working on songwriting and building good musical chemistry before we decided to branch out. So I would say we're finally at a space where.
And how did you guys meet in London? I mean, how it happened? I mean, definitely you can share with us.
I think I did put an ad on musician website.
Yeah, I put an ad
Find
on
the musicians.
This was
I
when,
replied to her ad, and
Amazing.
She was open-minded about the style. We always,
Yeah, I've always been. While I was in university, I was studying musical theatre.
Okay.
I studied at a conservatoire, and
That
it
explains
opened
your
me up
performance as
to-
well.
Pardon?
That explains your performance, your style.
Oh yeah, musical theatre. I mean, they definitely open you up because I used to be quite shy, and I then became curious about different types of music because doing musical theatre, you're introduced to so many different styles.
Yeah.
And I really got into like guitar music, and I was looking for something that had guitar music, but I wasn't really sure what. So I just put an ad for a guitarist, and I met Phil, who comes from Britpop background, post-punk background.
Yeah.
And
No, I would have to say it's like a match made in heaven, you know? You guys really gel together. You look so good on stage together because everything, it seems like that you just feel it together the same way. And that's what we can see in your expressions and your body language. So great job. So next time we come back in, you guys will have to be in your positions because we'll have some live performances from you. Okay, so okay, ready for that? Yes.
And we're going to jump harder because we're not going to.
Yeah, please. I want to. I mean, we already started with the music video, so people should see what you are capable of. So let's get back to the.
Oh no, we're capable of a lot more, guys.
Okay, definitely. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. No offense. So, okay, so we go back to India again in Kolkata and continue our lovely chat with Chirantan and Deboshi. So they're waiting for us in the studio. So Chirantan, yeah, lovely to have you back. And I mean, they're a lovely chat and their music video. What do you think of that?
Beautiful, amazing.
It's an interesting concept, isn't it? Very simplistic, but at the same time, there's so much to offer. It's very visually so challenging, interesting. Very true. That's what I was saying, that if you catch Adi in live performances, she sings at the same time, as I was literally saying, she jumps on top of a table, then she'll be on the live stage, then she'll be on the floor. She'll be just grabbing you if you're an audience member. I mean, it'll be just fun to see that.
That's so fantastic.
Amazing. That's energy, you know, that's the thing. At the same time, such a lovely voice as well. So now, getting back to the 2008 story or the history, that's definitely a memorable one for you. So Saregama, as I was saying, that not every single day was different, not any day was the same. So how did you cope with that? And did you have a mentor, trainer, or how did it work?
No, of course, at that point of time, we had 3 groomers in Saregama, who used to constantly, give us different kind of tips, different kind of strategies, how to approach a particular song. Because one thing that is very, very important for a versatile singer, I personally feel, it is that the throw. The throw of the voice constantly changes.
Exactly.
When anybody singing a folk number, followed by maybe a blues number, maybe followed by Indian classical number, and followed by a Robindra Sangeet, then a Nazrul Giti, then suddenly a Sufi number. So how you are constantly modulating your voice and the throw of the voice. This is one. And the next thing is that I feel that a person needs to be very much, very well, that person should have an idea about the mouth acoustics. How the mouth acoustics operates, because for a folk song, it is something different.
Yeah.
The way I am trying to use the acoustics of my mouth, and for
how you pronounce the vowels, like if you're opening your mouth fully and how you throw it. Yeah.
Exactly. And when I'm singing classical, it is much more melodious and much more, when you're singing rap, how you are trying to, get
it's
your
more like punchy, just punch in the gut. Yeah.
So, this kind of one thing that is there, of course, we got a brilliant level guidance from Saregamapa. But Saregamapa is always a stage that you perform and you learn. And after that, what happens is that how you have applied those learnings in your life, that matters the most. But till the time it is a performance, it is fine. But how you are getting into, because I really remember those days when I was trying to understand a very clear concept about the vibrato. Means how Kishore Kumar has utilized his voice and his vibrato, and how Mohammed Rafi is so different when he is utilizing his vibrato. So when you talk about the Bengal singers,
I mean, did you get to master it? Can you give us a little bit of demo? What do you mean by that? People would be intrigued, and at the same time, it'll be quite an informative thing for listeners to know. Okay, why they like Kishore Kumar? Why they like Mohammed Rafi? What's the difference, or what? what's unique about
I
them?
can just try to show you in the sense that Mohammed Rafi's vibrato was very much what I should say. Their frequency was very much more than what it is like this means. I'll just show you to maybe G, yeah, G major. Say talk about this particular thing. ये चांद सरोशन चेहरा जुल्फों का रंग सुनहरा ये झील सी नीली आंखें कोई राज है इनमें गहरा तारीफ करूं क्या उसकी जिसने तुम्हें बनाया ऐ चांद सरोशन चेहरा जुल्फों का रंग सुनहरा ये झील सी नीली आंखें कोई राज है इनमें गहरा तारीफ करूं क्या उसकी जिसने तुम्हें बनाया. Now what happens? एक चीज कयामत भी है लोगों से सुना करते थे ये ठीक है मैंने माना वो ठीक कहा करते थे वो ठीक कहा करते थे ऐ चाल में तेरे जालिम कुछ ऐसी बला का जादू 100 बार संभाला दिल को पर होके रहा बेकाबू तारीफ करूं क्या उसकी जिसने तुम्हें बनाया तारीफ करूं क्या उसकी जिसने तुम्हें बनाया. So his vibrato was like एक चीज कयामत भी है. So it's like very thin kind of, but when you talk about the Kishore Kumar number, say it's like E minor. मेरे नैना सावन भादो फिर भी मेरा मन प्यासा फिर भी मेरा मन प्यासा. So when it gets into the antara, बात पुरानी है एक कहानी है बिजली बनकर गगन से चमके बीते समय की रेखा मैंने तुमको देखा मन संग आँख में चोली खेले दुखा एक दिलासा फिर भी मेरा मन प्यासा. And when you talk about maybe vibrato application of Sonu Nigam, Sonu Nigam is like, he holds on to a particular note, continues that, and then it gets into the vibrato part. So if you talk about Kumar Sanu is like, the first thump is the vibrato. So it's like the moment he hits the note is the vibrato part.
Okay.
So but if I give a very small example of
please.
Sonu Nigam,
it's interesting conversation. I would say many people would be intrigued to know. Okay, really, that's what they do. Okay, this is what the secret. It's really lovely. Please do.
Because as we all know that in Eastern as well as in Western music, when we talk about vibrato is something that gives a complete different dimension to the voice.
Yeah. Even for instruments, say for example, since he used to play Sarod Devoshi, so you'd know about this vibrato concept, like string instruments that shows. They say that separates the men from the boys with the vibrato. I mean, you can show it. Say I play the guitar as well, so that's very important. I mean, how you're going with the tempo? Is it slow or fast, or how you're doing it? So yeah, definitely.
So one thing, like I keep on sharing this in my grooming sessions that I do for my students or like people who learn from me the grooming part. Like the control over the vibrato of Sonu Nigam is immense. In the sense, he does this song like I have forgotten the scale, but you'll just take it up if possible. ऐ चांद तेरी चांदनी की कसम मेरे पास भी एक चांद है, तुझ पे तो फिर भी दाग है, मेरा चांद तो बेदाग है। तेरी दूरियों की कसम,
Oh,
मेरा चांद तो बेदाग है. So the moment he,
wow.
approaches the note, it hits the note, and then gradually the vibrato is there.
Yeah.
So this
I
is
mean,
like,
I know what he's saying. Say, for example, there's a line, and first you hold on to it, you make sure you land on the note, then you start the vibrato. So sometimes some of the vibratos, some people would be doing it. Say, for example, as you're saying about Kumar Sanu, he's such a beautiful voice. I mean, if you could give a demonstration of that one, since we have talked about everyone's, I mean, it'll be unjustified if we don't do that. If you can, if you.
uh, if I talk about Kumar Sanuji, because I was one of his favorites in Saregamapa,
Wow.
and
Definitely. Such a.
I've really got a lot of blessings from him, and also I remember once that I got he used to have a lot of Rajnigandha, always in his mouth he's used to put in that and then sing, because he has his own style and own aura of singing. So
Okay.
once I copied him, because people told that I can copy him, and I did that, and he gave me one Rajnigandha packet, and that is still there with me. So it was like a kind of a,
Yeah, it's a
because he has nothing
blessing. I
to
mean,
give at that point.
yeah, it's a memorabilia. So lovely.
Of course, and then what the song that I sang, I remember that it is G. So a kind of a Kumar Sanu flavor, a bit of it,
Okay, yeah, please.
just to remember him. मेरा चांद मुझे आया है नजर, मेरा चांद मुझे आया है नजर, ऐ रात जरा थम थम के गुजर, ऐ रात जरा थम थम के गुजर, छाया है नशा तेरी आंखों पर, छाया है नशा तेरी आंखों पर, ऐ रात जरा थम थम के गुजर, ऐ रात जरा थम थम के गुजर, मेरा चांद मुझे आया है नजर.
I mean, I used to love to copy him as well, because his thing, yeah. I mean, I used to do like, मेरा चांद मुझे आया है नजर. I used to do these things, because he has this distinct style, like hey, la 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 la. I mean, that's kind of a Kishore Kumar.
Yes, that is like a legacy of Kishore Kumar coming in, and he does.
Same thing with Sonu Nigam.
Yeah. And one thing I would like to tell it to all the audience possible, I think everybody knows that because everybody follows your show. So you are also a great singer. So can you just sing?
That. Thank you.
Can you please sing 2 lines for us? We would all like to.
Definitely. At some point, I'll pick up the guitar or probably something. Then I'll probably definitely sing with you, because I have such great company today. All great musicians. I'd love to. I'm inspired, to be honest. And definitely not probably in the flavor of Mera Chand Mujhe Aaya Hai Nazar. I won't be doing that. But yeah, but your voice, I mean, it sounds so much like, that it's in the Gharana of Sonu Nigam, Mohammad Rafi. It goes so well with your voice. I've seen it. And it's very fluid as well. Very fluid. So how would I put it? Saregama kind of gave you that versatility, or you were already practicing that kind of versatility within you, that you thought that this is what I have to be as a musician? How did you take it up?
Of course, I should say this, that if somebody asks me to sing a particular rag, or somebody asks me to sing Rabindra Sangeet, Nozrul Giti, or constant party numbers. Maybe you just asking me that, okay, only non-stop Bollywood you will sing and Bollywood party numbers. I become equally happy, because I have trained my brain in such a way, means right from my childhood. But one thing that is very true, that after Saregamapa, I knew the ways to do it, because one thing, people like to be versatile, but that's a huge task in hand, because everybody has their own way, own vocal cord, they have own range, but how you are singing once at G and you're touching the pa and dha of G and coming back to C sharp, and you are now, the baritone comes in, and I'm talking about the voice range. Other than that, the most important part is, the attitude that you develop when you're singing a rap. That attitude that you develop, and when you're singing an Indian classical, the attitude is completely different. So, and when you're singing a folk,
I'm really tempted, Chirantan. Sorry to interrupt you. I'm really tempted. I mean, do you remember any of the raps that you had done, or anything as such? Anything
yeah,
similar?
I do.
Yeah, please, let's do that. I'm sorry to interrupt you and jumping into that one, but you should do that one, like some folk and probably some Bengali folk, some Bhatiali, Bhawai, or whatever you'd like to do. Yes. And, just to show that, it would be interesting. So let's listen a bit of, rap tune or something similar.
So I don't know how far I remember, but this song is like, I have written the song called Fake Friendship. It is not yet released though, but I can sing it in your show. And of course, I'll release it very soon. The song name is Fake Friendship, which I wrote. And as we know that rap is always, and one thing very important, that when we are trying to be versatile, we need to know the background of those genres.
Yeah,
where from those genres has come, and how it has been, the evolution of that genre has happened. So it's like rap has always been a protest song. Anything that you want to protest, and now the things are in that way that people are putting in rap in different Bollywood numbers. But if you get into those things that rap, it is just like when the melody is taken out of the particular song, it becomes a rap anyways. Because so why you're taking out the melody?
More like that in that line. Yeah.
So why we are trying to take out the melody? Because we are the background was that we are not trying to convey the message in a very soothing way. It is like the pure way we need to talk. We will say it in that way, and of course with a kind of a beat,
it's kind
or
of
something.
Poetry as well. It's kind of poetry, spoken word, and like rebellion, the language of rebellion. Let's put it that way.
Of course.
Bidroher ekta bhasha.
Bidroher bhasha, exactly. And so okay, I can sing that part. Okay, I can sing one released one as well. So I'll sing the Bengali and the Hindi version. So there is a song called Nanga Nanga, and when I talk about that, the moment I sing the song, you will understand that why the Bengali part of it is like the langta. The word is langta, where he talks about that langta langta bole tui kon langta re dili khota, eli tui langta khepa jabio langta. So so the thing is that
he
talks about
song. It's a very spiritual song.
Very, very true. So I'll sing, as you are wanting to sing me, wanting me to sing. So I'll sing the Bengali part till the rap part, because this song, if you listen, you will understand that I have sung the beginning has been a very hard rock kind of a stuff, followed by a rap, and followed by a complete Indian classical part, and followed by a folk part. So all these four parts were clubbed in a song. And all the four vocals are mine. So I'm going to sing the beginning part of it and the rap part, and I'll switch on to the Hindi part. So hopefully you all will enjoy.
Yeah, definitely.
So Ivan. So will I sing it in this way, like with the headphone on, or this is fine?
This is fine, I think. Yeah, it's working.
Okay. Langta langta bole tui kon langta re dili khota. You need to understand the groove, and oh, langta langta bole tui kon langta re dili khota. Langta langta bole tui kon langta re dili khota. Eli tui langta kapa jabi yo langta. Eli tui lengta kapa chabi yo lengta hey lengta bole tui gon lengta re dili kota lengta bole tui gon lengta re dili kota Eli tui lengta kapa chabi yo lengta Eli tui lengta kapa chabi yo lengta Hey, ছেলে মেয়ে নির্বিশেষে ল্যাংটা হওয়া চাই মনে থেকে ল্যাংটা ছিল কবি লালন সাই ল্যাংটা মানে শুধু জামা কাপড় ছাড়া নয় খোলা মনে খোলা প্রাণী জীবন যুদ্ধে জয় সকাল বিকেল মুখোশ পরে সাজি আমরা ভূত ল্যাংটা হয়ে পড়বো কবে নিজের মধ্যে খুঁত আমার এই ভাবনা যাদের মনে খোঁচা দেবে হরফ করে বলতে পারি তারাই মানুষ হবে ল্যাংটা বলে তুই গোল ল্যাংটা রে দিলি কোটা ল্যাংটা বলে তুই গোল ল্যাংটা রে দিলি কোটা Eli tui lengta kapa chabi yo lengta Eli tui lengta kapa chabi yo lengta Hey ताना मारे क्यों दुनिया कह के तुझको नंगा नंगा ताना मारे क्यों दुनिया कह के तुझको नंगा नंगा आया तू नंगा साला जाएगा नंगा आया तू नंगा साला जाएगा नंगा Hey, तन से नंगा सिर्फ होए कभी मन से नंगा हो जाए सभी होके ही नंगा सच उभरेगा ना कि पहन के मुखौटा सभी नंगे थे मन से संत कबीर नंगे भी थे सारे फकीर मन से पाक जो बन पाएगा बदले तभी किस्मत की लकीर ताना मार दे क्यों दुनिया कह के तुझको नंगा नंगा आया तू नंगा साला जाएगा नंगा
Bah. I mean, the rap part, I definitely loved it, but at the same time, people if they listen to the lyrics, I mean, it has so much information in terms. So we have a caller. Let's take this call. And it's one of our regular callers as well. Hello? Hello? We can't hear you for some reason, clearly. I don't know if everyone can hear you. Chirantan, can you hear the guest?
No,
the caller?
I can't.
No, we can't hear you. I don't know what's happening. Hello? We'll have to take the call back on probably. Yeah. Sorry. I don't know what's the reason for that. Okay, let's try again. Hello? Let's see. Yeah, can you talk? No. I mean, for some reason, we're not getting the calls. Let me try to figure it out. Sorry, for some reason, the calls are not coming through. Okay, let me try another call. Hello? 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 Yeah. Hi. Now we can hear you.
Oh, goody. We're in harmony.
Okay. Yeah. In harmony, finally. How are you, Esther?
Very well, Ershad. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I mean, he
Excellent.
would remember you because Let's Talk with Ershad. Esther called. I remember.
Yes,
and Chirantan was there. Do you remember
Yes,
him?
I remember. Absolutely. Of course I do.
But we didn't see what kind of talent he has and how skillful such a musician, a great musician he is. Today what we can experience today.
No, it's good. And it's wonderful that you're able to give him the opportunity to show off all of the talent, because there's definitely a hell of a lot more there. Excuse my words.
No, you are. It's fine. Well, it's still not at a point where we can do like.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
don't have to do that. We can keep your words. So, okay, Esther, what's your beautiful message? I look forward to that one. Every episode, you have something special to add to that. So, today's musicians, you have seen the Outers, you have seen Chirantan as well from India, all the way from India. So,
Yeah, exactly.
what they had made you feel like? What do you think?
Well, I mean, I think every single artist, I say this every week, but every artist that you bring on board have their own unique talent, their own unique communication, their own unique message. and every single one of them are so into their craft, which is just wonderful to see. And they're very inspirational and all in their own way with their own styles.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought we kind of made it a habit that I sort of bring in a philosophical statement
Please.
of the week.
It has become, it's like without any discussion or any plan, it just become a part of it. And I embrace it wholeheartedly.
Yeah, it's funny because I remember the first time when I said I would like to call in, you said, yeah, just say whatever. But obviously, I've watched the whole show and I was going to say something completely different earlier. And I thought, you know what, actually, there's something else that I would really like to say.
But the good part is that, not unlike the first episode, you don't say anymore, okay, Ershad has asked me to call, and can I talk to Ershad?
Oh, my God. You're going to keep bringing this up. You're going to keep bringing this up.
Sorry, didn't mean to embarrass you, but it's okay. You are a regular contributor. Please go ahead. What's your message today?
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, so tell Ershad that I'm very happy to call into the program.
Thank you. It's Ershad speaking.
No, I mean, today's quote, I think, because with the tension building everywhere in the world and protests that are happening and very rightfully, I can see people are upset, and you look at the media and you see what's happening, and it bothers me a lot that there's so many people who have their heart in the right place who see this and are worried, and it seems to be that a message of harmony would be the right thing to give right now, as opposed to putting attention on something that is not harmonious, as it were. I think that every single one of your musicians, in their own way, they're incredibly humble, which is honestly the hallmark of a wonderful artist, because a real artist wants to communicate and convey a message. And anyway, the quote I found today is from 1951 from the philosopher Mr. Hubbard.
Wow, please.
And he said, the artist has an enormous role in the enhancement of today's and the creation of tomorrow's reality. He operates in a rank in advance of science as to the necessities and requirements of man. The elevation of a culture can be measured directly by the number of its people working in the field of aesthetics. Because the artist deals in future realities, he always seeks to improve or change existing realities. This makes the artist inevitably and invariably a rebel against the status quo. Mm-hmm. The artist, day by day, by postulating new realities of the future, accomplishes peaceful revolution. There you go. That's today's message.
Beautiful message. And at the same time, I can feel that you have an artist in yourself as well, isn't it? I mean,
yeah.
So,
well, you know that, of course, and
definitely.
You keep bringing this up among all my other talents, which,
Yeah, well, you're a kickboxer as well. Let's put it that way.
I knew you were going to say it, so I figure I'll bring it up.
Yeah, CHIRANTAN is thanking you for your lovely message.
Absolutely, and I would like to thank the artists for their contribution this week. And I think among all the artists that you've brought on so far, and the many more that you'll bring in the future, I think peaceful revolution is what we need right now. We need an uplifting society, an uplifting culture, and it is going to be done through the arts. It's not going to be done through any other way. So thank you again for your show.
Thanks for your call.
And are we going to hear you later on as well, since you're egging everyone on to play? Are you going to sing a little bit later or what?
I don't know. I was just jokingly sang a few lines.
All right.
Probably.
I think everyone that wants him to sing right now should put £1 to the donation of the artist. And
No, exactly. I mean, this is what I was saying, that we should have our Patreon account. And I mean, look, everyone is a human being, and we all have to go through. We're going through the same kind of suffering every single day.
Everyone is, for sure. But you know what? The artists that you have on the show today and the ones you've had before, they show that you can do it no matter what the pressure and stress of outside, and that is beautiful.
You can see that. The broad smile that CHIRANTAN has, she has. I mean, you can see that they're so happy to be able to perform. That's all they want in their life.
I know. It's
whatever
wonderful.
Happens.
It's great.
It's so beautiful, isn't it?
Super cool. Well, thank you for taking my call again. I think this is week 6, and I will speak to you next week.
Yeah, week 7, definitely again, with your new message. And again, I'll bring it up, Punk Ballerina. Okay, take care.
Thank you so much, Ershad.
Thank you, Ershad. Have a wonderful show. And thank you to the artists. You're awesome, all of you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
One thing I would like to add is, Ershad, is like, that's exactly what me and Shubhadeep are trying to do. In our Prithibir Mon Bhalo Nei, followed by the song that we did, Achi Banglar Pashe. It talks about the unity and the solidarity of all the artists of Bengal, of not only Bengal, of India, because the Suresh Watkar was there, who is a very renowned singer from Mumbai.
Such a lovely
voice. It's we and a lot of singers were there from Bangladesh. I believe a lot of people from Bangladesh would watch this particular show, and kindly listen to this song called Achi Banglar Pashe. It is written and the conceptualized by my very very dear friend Shubhadeep Chakraborty. It's the composition and the direction of the music has been done by me. The arrangement has been done by this guy sitting right next to me. So he does all the complicated stuff always. So, and of course, complicated with that heart. It is so very important that we understand the aesthetic of arts. It's so important.
I don't know the secret, by the way. Someone just commented, Devoshi the Sadguru. So I don't know what it meant. It shows that he's sitting there, the programmer sitting very calm and quiet. He's just planning for the next program.
No, of course, he's always very calm and composed, and we would love to. Means it's like as the first show that we did with you, Shubhadeep and myself, we definitely want to come to London and perform. And at that point of time, of course, this guy will also be there with me.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
We can,
Definitely.
because one thing that is equally true means every musician, if I become very versatile and my musicians don't think in that way, so that they are like very constant to a particular genres. They are like, I will only play rock, I will only play maybe this one. Then it becomes very difficult for any artist to be versatile. Exactly. So a musician has to be equally versatile, and which he is. And whenever he is with me, I know that we can do anything together.
It's a mutual conversation. Basically, it's a conversation between yourself and the musician. So if you're not on the same footing or on the same level, so you can't communicate, and people can really tell that the communication is not there, is lacking. So it's very evident. So Chirantan, thanks for that. I'll go back to the Outers now in London, and let's see what they have. And thanks for all the lovely demos that you've given, all the lovely songs that you've sung. And time for the Outers to give us a lovely live performance. I've already seen them, a glimpse of them. I've seen them. They're just rocking on their own in the dark. So are you guys ready? You're muted, by the way. Oh, what an entry. Yeah, I love that. Ade's mic. Can I hear Ade on the mic?
Hello?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, your mic was drowned a little bit, so I was worried.
Okay.
So, are we ready? Without any further ado, as I can see, you're gagging to go. Guys, that was great. But can I break you bad news? I mean, we enjoyed it as an instrumental because we couldn't hear Adi at all, by the way. So your first mix, how it was amazing. But now it was so much bass and drums. But we enjoyed it, the instrumental. We heard some guitar. But I didn't want to stop you guys in the middle of it. But it was a beautiful performance. But we couldn't hear Ade, by the way. So on the next one, please just double check probably drums and guitars. The bass can go down a little bit so we can hear Ade, or probably we can bring up Ade a little bit more. So, but it was a lovely instrumental. Let's put it that way. So can I have you guys back so we can have a quick chat? Yeah. So I could see while we were listening to the music video or checking other things, you guys were really practicing hard or just going. You were enjoying yourself. That's the spirit, isn't it?
Can I change the mic? No. Should I leave this mic? Okay.
Yeah.
We were just getting pumped up, ready to.
Yeah, and I mean, when the song started, it's such a lovely tune, and the vibe is so amazing. Who wrote this song?
Okay. So the song was co-written between Philip, myself,
Mm-hmm.
and a guy called Kevin Santisabel. Me and Kevin used to work together a really long time ago on a lot of compositions.
I love that. You know, you have a live camera now walking all around the studio.
Yeah, this guy is just like on full tech, like steroids.
I'm loving it. But we'd like to, okay, I'll get back to India again with CHIRANTAN. In the meantime, you guys can probably bring Ade more up so we can listen to the song, next one, so we can hear her voice. A lovely performance. But as I was saying, it's really a challenging time, but we are trying to make it happen. And I really would like to admire these musicians from all around the world. They are coming, as you can see, that was Patrick's space and where he organized everything. And we can see there's a bed as well. And underneath, he's playing this darkness. I love that frame and that camera framing and everything. But they're trying their best. They're making it happen and trying to bring this entertainment to your place, wherever you are. You're probably watching it lying down at the comfort of your own bed. But they're doing it at the middle of the night. Say, for example, in Kolkata, CHIRANTAN is there. So I'd like to go back to India now, in Kolkata, where CHIRANTAN is in his studio. And what's the time now, CHIRANTAN?
It's around 12:50 at night.
12:50, so it's nearly 1 o'clock. So on that note, I'd like to go because probably I don't want to give you guys any more trouble, but there's so much we can do, so much live performance you have to do. But I'd like to listen to one of your another song that you have covered. It's Roja.
Yes.
And one of my favorite movies. It's from Bombay, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So A.R. Rahman's another. I think when this movie came out and all these songs, Ye Hasi Vadia, then this Roja, those were just eye-opening. It never happened in India before. That kind of music. So you covered them in such a wholehearted way, in soulful way, and it was amazing. So I'd like to listen to the song and enjoy it with you and rest of the musicians and with all the audience who are watching it live now at the moment. So let's have a listen to Roja that was covered by CHIRANTAN, and again with Versagile.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So yeah, we are getting ready for that song. Okay, yeah, we have that.
रोजा जन मन तू ही मेरा दिल तुझ बिन कैसे नैना दिल से न जाती है यादें तुम्हारी कैसे तुम बिन जीना आँखों में तू है आंसू में तू है आंखें बंद कर लूं तो मन में भी तू है ख्वाबों में तू सांसों में तू रोजा छू के यूं चली हवा जैसे छू गए हो तुम फूल जो खिले थे वो शूल बन गए हैं क्यों जी रहा हूँ इसलिए दिल में प्यार है तेरा जुल्म सह रहा हूँ क्यों इंतजार है तेरा तुमसे मिले बिना जान भी न जाएगी कयामत से पहले सामने तू आएगी कहा है तू कैसी है तू रो जा आ, 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 चंदा रे कभी तो जमीन पर आ बैठेंगे बातें करेंगे चंदा रे कभी तो जमीन पर आ बैठेंगे बातें करेंगे तुझको आते इधर लाज आए अगर ओढ़ के आ जा तू बदल घने चंदा रे कभी तो जमीन पर आ बैठेंगे बातें करेंगे गुलशन गुलशन वादी वादी बहती है रेशम जैसी हवा गुलशन गुलशन वादी वादी बहती है रेशम जैसी हवा जंगल जंगल पर्वत पर्वत है नींद में सब एक मेरे सिवा चंदा चंदा आजा सपनों की नीली नदियां में नहाए आजा ये तारे चुन के हम हार बनाए इन धुंधली धुंधली राहों में दोनों ही खो जाए चंदा रे कभी तो जमीन पर आ बैठेंगे बातें करेंगे तुझको आते इधर लाज आए अगर ओढ़ के आ जा तो बदल घने चंदा रे कभी तो जमीन पर आ बैठेंगे बातें करेंगे बैठेंगे बातें करेंगे बैठेंगे बातें करेंगे
Well, beautiful. I'd like to take the opportunity at this moment to read some of the comments because you had such lovely comments. I mean, lovely, people were talking about your songs. Well, I'll start. Straight away, the same one comes. Nilanjan Ghosh, you might know him. He said, Devoshi is Sadguru. And Shubna Gaji Murtaja, excellent. And Nilanjan Ghosh again, Chirantan rocks. Tanzila Labuno, like to hear a Nozrul Giti from Chirantan. Definitely, yeah, it would be amazing in your voice. And Shubhecha Priyo Chirantan Dabhai. And then we have Devoshi is an encyclopedia of music. And that was from Joyitoshri Das Mukherjee. Sorry, I could be wrong. I was reading it in English. And Krishna Pama, she had said, nice song, because it was Roja when you were singing. She's Indian. And Maddie Misha, well, that was because she couldn't hear that. And Prakriti Roy Oshadharan. And there are many more messages. People are, commenting. Definitely we should read them out. So we are towards the end of the show. And Would you like to sing probably a bit of Nazrul Gite? Probably because we are trying to bring out all the versatility that you have. We had heard rap, we had a lot of Hindi covers. And yeah, I definitely would like to listen to a bit of folk from you. And this Nazrul Gite. Definitely. We had, I know that you had done a Tagore song for us on my last show. Let's talk with Ershad. But on this one, probably a Nazrul Gite if possible.
Nazrul Giti, I'll just check whether I have the lyrics with me. Then I can sing a bit of it, and of course I can end the show with a folk number. I think
definitely.
That would
So
be great.
while you do that one, I'll quickly go and check the Outers in London, and I give you the time. So let's get back to the Outers and let's see what they're doing and if the thing's been figured out, and we can have Adi back on the mic. So the Outers in London. Yeah, Adi. Yeah, it sounds so much better. So just as a maker for whatever happened last time, let's get back to the song straight away. How about that?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Before we start, I just want to say, if anyone wants to follow us and likes what we're doing, they can follow us on Instagram at the_outers. We are also on Facebook, and we have a website which is worth checking out, which is www.theouters.co.uk.
Exactly. And definitely you're available for live shows as well, as you already said, October, November.
Definitely. Book us. Just send us an email and we'll be there.
Great.
No matter where the place or location is. Okay. Yep. We're doing a different song, right?
Okay, yeah. It's up to you.
Yeah. This song is called, the last song was called Departed, even though it didn't go well, unfortunately. But...
it was relevant. Your voice was departed.
Oh, yeah, my voice. It was really relevant, actually.
Was it called?
That's a good one. This next song is called Lightstream, so I hope you enjoy it. It's about the city.
Yep.
1, 2, 1.
It passes through me, touching and teasing for the first time. Breath whispers gently, a dance on your knees, so privately. Calming you down till you can't breathe anymore. It's like a sweet song for me. And the light drops down, you can get lost in the call. The strain, the wave of obsession. The city is born when it's lit, but a crazy one. Wish you can love her to death, but she's on the run. I miss you. Clocks rock in silence, freezing the river, the rhythm stops. If you knew how to cross the oceans of hollow dreams. People have chills, magnetic fields round themselves. The vector life and affection. When the night drops down, you can get lost in the haze. Stream the wave of obsession. The city is born when it's hit, but a crazy one. You can love her to death, but she's on the run. I miss you. The city is born when it's lit, but a crazy ones. Wish you can love her to death, but she's on the run. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. I
Wow, love that performance. And this is much better. I mean, last time we were missing Adi so much. A lovely song. But, you know, Adi, these songs make me feel like it's such a different expression of missing someone. You know, normally when we miss someone, we are like, you know, always sad. But where this aggression came up, I mean, what's the thought behind that when you wrote that song?
It's literally, I think it's safe to say it's about living in a city, right?
It's a metaphor between missing someone,
Mm-hmm.
what you experience throughout the loneliness of the city when your life.
And also the noise, I would say, to get yourself heard, you need to be loud to let someone know, I miss you.
Yeah, exactly. It's a mix between missing someone and the experience of the loneliness of being in a big city where there's loads of people, but you still feel alone. So it's more about the punchiness of...
exactly, because a part of us is screaming inside. That want to express, that wants, I mean, that would like to say everyone that, look, I miss that part of it. And say, for example, many of us who are not, I mean, say, I don't know about Phil, you're from Germany or France? Sorry, I missed it up now. I mean, but say, for example, if you miss that part of you suddenly, and say, for example, people who are stuck in different parts of the world due to COVID-19, this song is so relevant for them because you can't even see your near ones. You can't even travel there where you want to be, or they can't even come to you. So this is such a hard time. And I think this song and the aggression and how you're expressing is very relevant. I mean, for those people especially. It's a nice, relevant song, a very appropriate time. Your camera is letting us know it's going to go again.
It's letting us know.
We miss you.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. We miss you too. Okay, we're coming back to you, but I'd like to add everyone on the, at the moment, I'd like to go back to CHIRANTAN first. And let's have a listen to the song that he was preparing for us. We'll have a listen to that song, and then we'll slowly crawl towards ending the show. Okay, CHIRANTAN, you're back ready with the song for us?
Yeah, what I planned is, Ershad, like as you told that we are ending the show, like we are very close to ending the show.
Yeah.
So I'll be singing a part of Nozul Giti because part of the, and then I'll get into because I have tried to figure it out in the same scale.
Wow.
So I'll get into a folk part.
Yeah.
Okay?
Let's work you wonders.
I'll because it's already 1 o'clock here at night.
Yeah.
So tomorrow morning at around 8 o'clock, I have another live in San Ramon in California.
I won't keep you that long. And you need rest as well because you have like already done 2. And just within a space of a couple of hours, you have another one coming up. So definitely.
So,
please.
So, yes, this goes for that person who asked me to sing Nozul Giti. And I love to sing...
Tanzila Labunno from Canada.
Okay. Yeah, this song goes to you. পরদেশি মেঘ যাও রে ফিরে পরদেশি মেঘ যাও রে ফিরে বলিও আমার পরদেশি রে পরদেশি মেঘ যাও রে ফিরে বলিও আমার পরদেশি রে পরদেশি মেঘ সে দেশে যবে বাদল ঝরে সে দেশে যবে বাদল ঝরে কাঁদে না কি প্রাণ একলা ঘরে বিরহ ব্যথা নাহি কিসে থার বিরহ ব্যথা নাহি কিসে থার বাজে না বাঁশি নদীর তীরে পরদেশি মে যাও রে ফিরে বলিও আমার পরদেশি রে পরদেশি মে খ্যাপা ছেড়ে দিলে খ্যাপা ছেড়ে দিলে সোনার গোর আর তো পাবো না, খ্যাপা ছেড়ে দিলে সোনার গোর আর তো পাবো না, না না না, যেতে দেব না তোমায় হৃদ মাঝারে রাখবো, ছেড়ে দেব না তোমায় হৃদ মাঝারে রাখবো, ছেড়ে দেব না তোমায় বক্ষ মাঝে রাখবো, ছেড়ে দেব না, খ্যাপা ছেড়ে দিলে সোনার গোর আর তো পাবো না, খ্যাপা ছেড়ে দিলে, ছেড়ে দিলে সোনার গোর আর তো পাবো না, না না না, যেতে দেব না, না না না, হৃদ মাঝারে রাখবো, ছেড়ে দেব না তোমায় বক্ষ মাঝে রাখবো, ছেড়ে দেব না, না না না। তোমার ঘরে বাস করে কারা মন জানো না, তোমার ঘরে বাস করে কারা মন জানো না, তোমার ঘরে বসত করে কয়জন মন জানো, তোমার ঘরে বাস করে কারা মন জানো না, তোমার ঘরে বসত করে কয়জন মন জানো না, তোমার ঘরে বসত করে একজনে সুর তোলে একতারে ও মন, আরেকজনে বসে বসে রং মাখে ও মন, একজনে সুর তোলে একতারে ও মন, আরেকজনে বসে বসে রং মাখে ও আবার বেসুরা সুর ধরে দেখো কোন জনা, কোন জনা বেসুরা সুর ধরে দেখো কোন জনা, কোন জনা, তোমার ঘরে বসত করে কয়জনা মন জানো না, তোমার ঘরে বসত করে কয়জনা, ও সোহাগ চাঁদ বদনি ধনি নাচো তো দেখি, ও সোহাগ চাঁদ বদনি ধনি নাচো তো দেখি, ও বালা নাচো তো দেখি, বালা নাচো তো দেখি, বালা নাচো তো দেখি, ও সোহাগ চাঁদ বদনি ধনি নাচো তো দেখি, ও সোহাগ চাঁদ বদনি ধনি নাচো তো দেখি। হে নাচেন ভালো সুন্দরী লো বাঁধেন ভালো চুল, নাচেন ভালো সুন্দরী লো বাঁধেন ভালো চুল, আরে হেলিয়া দুলিয়া পরে, হে পরে, হে পরে হেলিয়া দুলিয়া পরে নাক্যেশ্বরের ফুল বালা, হেলিয়া দুলিয়া পরে নাক্যেশ্বরের ফুল বালা, নাক্যেশ্বরের ফুল, সোহাগ চাঁদ বদনি ধনি নাচো তো দেখি, ও সোহাগ চাঁদ বদনি ধনি নাচো তো দেখি, বালা নাচো তো দেখি, বালা নাচো তো দেখি, বালা নাচো তো দেখি, সোহাগ চাঁদ বদনি ধনি নাচো তো দেখি।
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And I mean, I have nothing more to add to that. I mean, your songs, your voice is testament to that one, and people can tell what you're like and how versatile you are. At the same time, thanks a lot, Devorshi. I mean, you're calm and quiet and playing at the background, but without you, the kind of environment we're having, it won't be created. So thanks a lot to you. So I would like to bring at this stage with you, along with you, the Outers, because towards the end of the show, we'd like to bring all of us together and bring everyone to be in harmony. Hey! So we have the Outers. So it's time for us to nearly end the show. And we'd like to end probably with one of your performances. But before that, I'd like to take some concluding remark or your comment or anything that you'd like to mention for the audience. Start with CHIRANTAN.
First and foremost, thanks a lot to Ershad.
My pleasure.
I have been knowing you for the last 2 shows, but you are such a wonderful human being.
Oh,
The moment we are good humans from within, we can do something that is really which can touch people's heart. So thank you so very much for being such a wonderful friend of mine, and I think we can and we can do a lot of music together in future as well.
We will.
And thanks to all the audience who have been watching us for so long and pouring their comments and their love. Thank you so much to all of you. and most importantly, the band that is performing, the Outers, they
Outers.
are, the Outers are just
Out of this
fantastic.
world.
Yeah, they are out of this world, and loads of love from India, loads of love from myself and
You're
Deborsi.
amazing too.
Yeah, thank you so very much, and maybe sometime we can do a jam session together at your place. Maybe sometime, at the moment we can have a better world. We all should pray so that the quicker we can have that we can get back to that world where we can fly anytime, anywhere, and we can do a lot of stuff together. So I really feel that we should pray every single day so that we all can handhold, and we can, because this is a passing phase, as we know that all challenges come with an expiry date. So this challenge will also come with an expiry date, and I believe the expiry date is very soon, and we can get back to
Definitely.
normal life.
Fingers crossed.
So thank you so very much, everyone, and I would love to come and perform here again and again the moment Ershad calls me, and and that would be
Lovely
amazing.
to know that, because people would love to hear you over and over again. So it's a pleasure that you made the commitment live on my show. So in
Definitely.
many other occasions, many other shows, definitely you'll be there with me, and the friendship would be there always.
Thank
And
you.
always,
Thank you so much.
Deborsi and CHIRANTAN, thank you. I'd like to take the concluding comment from the Outers. What do you think of the show, the idea of bringing people in harmony through arts and culture, and how would you describe the experience?
It's exactly what we're about, man.
Exactly, yeah. That's what drives us forward, isn't it?
We love the fact that it's mixed, we love mixity, we love the fact that it's worldwide, like unfortunately the pandemic, so we try to give a positive side to balance out with the negative side of the virus, and if we can get people together, because they're separated physically, if they can get together through our streamings, that's a great experience, and we wanted to thank you for that, for your patience
And
your
same
presence.
here. Thanks to you for your lovely performance. So I would like to end the
I
show.
just want to say, the guy, you have an amazing voice, by the way. I really like.
CHIRANTAN.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And you're a great
Thank you so much.
presenter.
Same here. That is the same feeling from my side as well. So let's keep on singing and making
Thank you.
people happy, around the world.
Wow, beautiful.
Yes,
I mean,
yes,
how
thank
beautiful is that across the world? Two musicians are communicating just screens apart. It's lovely to see, because I can see that one on screen. It's so lovely. So people, whoever is watching tonight, I'd like to thank you all. And I'd like to conclude tonight's show with a grand performance by the Outers. And they would like to take us away towards the end of the show. And whoever tuned in today to watch In Harmony with Ershad on Air Television Network, I'll see you again next Saturday at 6 o'clock. And without any further ado, let's get back to the performance. Adi, over to you.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
we're going to do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And so we are the Outers. You can follow us at the_Outers on Instagram. And we are on Spotify under the Outers. This is Patrick. This is Phil. I am Ade. And we're going to perform Departed one last time, since it didn't go so great the first time.
Please, that'll be a pleasure. Go ahead.
Hi, Mum.
Yes, I actually do know that my mom and all my family is watching, so hi there.
And hi to your mom, your family, from us.
To everybody's mom, actually. And we're going to do a song that you couldn't hear because the vocal wasn't working. So this time you're going to hear Adi properly.
Yeah, take us away.
Departed.
Departed. And that's how you're going to depart today.
That's how we're going to depart.
I love, experience love. That sensation in my heart is gradually tearing my spirit in two. I need to feel your affection. I cannot stand to be alone. Oh, I need you to come home. You are by my bedside, keeping me strong. I need you in my arms where you belong. Without you in my life, cannot excel. You're everything. You're everything. You're
So with that, we end today's show with another lovely episode of In Harmony with Ershad. And thanks to the Outers and CHIRANTAN Banerjee in India. And everyone, whoever with us, whoever watched it with us from any part of the world, I'd like to thank you. It was such a lovely experience every week whenever I come. I'm not as excited as you are probably to catch up with the show. So I'll see you again next Saturday at 6 p.m. So until then, have a great week ahead. And keep yourself safe and stay well. And I'll be signing off